Hey, I'm Erik the Travel Guy. My YouTube channel is all about changing the world for the better by simply going on vacation. It's the mission that I am on, and I hope that you will join me. In order to do so, subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and let's get to it. All right, we're going to talk marriage revitalization. That's why we have travel pros here. Mike and Ann are here. It's honeytrek.com. Did I get all that right, guys? You know, if I understand this correctly, you went on your honeymoon 8 years ago. Is that right?
Well, we're still on it.
And you haven't left. You haven't come home yet.
Nope. Yeah, we've been on the road every day since. I think we're on day 3,120 or so of this crazy journey.
Now, you appear to be young and spry, but you also appear to be old enough that you should know better. Like, what were you thinking?
I think we were old enough to know better that we shouldn't be waiting until we're 65 to go on this dream vacation. Like everyone thinks, oh, I'm going to save up. I'm going to do the American dream. I'm going to have my pension and my Social Security. I'm going to go live in Jamaica or Panama and retire. But then you get 3 grandkids. One of your hip goes out. You have a boat you're making a payment on. You got to, you know what I mean? Like just things come up in life.
Whoa, what are you reading my bio here, Mike? Now stop that now. It's so true that it's a perfect place to start because, of course, we're having a little fun up front. But the reality of it is, did I get this right? The first 5 years you spent in Europe, is that right?
All 7 continents. We backpacked around the world, doing a bit of everything because it was our honeymoon. It is our honeymoon. So we were reviewing 5-star resorts to hostels to glamping, the whole gamut.
Yeah, we did around 50 countries across all 7 continents during that first 5 years.
As you sit here today, and here you are back stateside now, and you're going to love this. What's the number one thing you've learned thus far?
Slow travel and to appreciate whatever is around you, right? We can get into bucket list travel and go, gotta go to the next thing, gotta go to the tallest mountain, the oldest monument. And you know what? We had Poland, and Poland was wonderful, and we appreciated every day, whatever it was, a little creek, an old church, and each other. And just the stillness of having the birds sing and realize that maybe we took that for granted. Maybe just the freedom of being outside and being with someone you love is enough sometimes.
And I will say the one thing that I learned from this kind of being locked in Europe for literally 3 months, just shy 2 days during COVID, was that the kindness of locals and the just the kindness of humanity is there even stronger than before. I think a lot of people, including us, when this thing hit, we said, wow, all the front doors are going to close. People are going to turn away when we need help, and travel, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about like travel as we know it is going to change because we love the local interaction, the conversations, the sharing a meal, being invited into people's houses. And as surprising as that is, in the middle of April when the pandemic was on fire in Europe, people were still inviting us in, asking if we needed food, cooking us a meal when we were parked in front of their house and saying, hey, I made you a meal. I didn't know if you needed some warm food, and inviting us onto their farm. So we had really amazing and touching experiences, even when people are told to lock your doors and keep to yourselves. So that was really reassuring for where the future of travel is going to go.
What would you tell someone who is still kind of stuck in, I don't want to say stuck in, but they're looking around going, you know what, I do want to take a trip like this. I can't afford and don't really want to spend the rest of my life doing it. What do you tell them? Where do we start on this kind of a process?
I think for this summer, it's definitely about, everybody's talking about local travel, but, road trips. It's all about road trips. But, at the same time, I mean, we love RVing. We whether you rent one, you buy one, that kind of thing. But we know that's not possible for everybody. So a great way to do it is glamping, which, is glamorous camping, and a very bizarre word that we were trying to redefine because it's really about being comfortable in the great outdoors. Being in the outdoors this summer, but maybe you're not one to pitch a tent and know how to start a fire and you don't own all the gear, and that's totally fine, but you still like the outdoors. Glamping is a perfect happy medium for that, where varying levels of adventurers can all kind of meet together, gather around the fire, still, and everyone's a little nervous, like they want their own private space and want to kind of control their environment. Glamping, it's all about having your own space in nature. So I think it's a great thing to try. I mean, we've been glamping all around the world and tried literally every style of travel, and it just comes back to like, wow, that hits all the notes for us.
And a shameless plug on glamping, if anybody is thinking about it, we wrote a book called Comfortably Wild, which is about the best glamping destinations in all of North America. So from Costa Rica all the way to the Arctic Circle in Canada. So there's tons
of which we took 3 years to personally visit and drive 73,000 miles around North America to see if they really had that stamp of approval. Not because they were the prettiest, but because they had heart. These are really wonderful places, from farm stays to places that have, you know, yoga retreats to places for wildlife encounters. So we try and help, you know, share our tips and travel hacks to make travel more affordable and accessible, because we do think it's a part of like a learning our own, everyone's life education.
I think one of people's biggest fears, aside from where do I change money and I don't speak English, but like, you know, or I don't speak this foreign language, people get scared about lodging, and they want to lock up, even if they're going on a 10-day trip, they want to lock up all 10 days of their lodging on their Europe trip or their trip to Asia. And lodging, as universal and important as it is, we all need it every night. It is never in short supply, even though Kayak and whatever site you're on wants to tell you there's only 2 rooms left and Jim Smith just booked the second one, so you must book this if you want to find a place to sleep in Bangkok. There's always a room. And when you, like, what we recommend to people is book either the first 2, if you're, you know, a little bit more conservative, the first 3 nights of your trip, and leave the next 7 available, because there's always availability.
Now, Mike, I'm with you, my brother. I got you. I feel you, dog. I got you. But that is a hard-ass sell to anybody watching this right now. I'll tell you that right now. But you know what? What I like about that statement, not only is it true, and you've certainly experienced it, what I like about that is that it does remind us to be like, yo, everybody calm down here. Yes. Now, again, the lodging, we'll see. We'll see. If one person does what you tell them to do with this interview, I would be shocked beyond belief. But
and
you know,
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, and I also say that if people think, oh, that's weird to go to Europe with only my first 3 nights booked, or it's weird to go to, Thailand with only my 3 nights booked, ask them if they've ever taken a road trip in the U.S. and just waited till they see a Red Roof Inn to get a room, because they didn't book that 5 days in advance. And it's the same abroad, you know.
With road trips, I feel like you never know what's going to happen on road, and that is the best part. Keeping yourself flexible opens up amazing amounts of opportunity for that cool festival you wouldn't have heard of, and that beautiful waterfall you want to stay at longer, whatever it is. So don't be afraid. We've been doing this full time for 8 years. We've never without a place to sleep, food to eat. Right. It's all, but you have to just sort of leap in the net.
Well, and you mentioned $30 a day. I mean, I have no problem with traveling for $30 a day. The problem is my entourage is also $30 a day. So you got to keep that, my personal hairstylist, my spray tanner, the people that are important to travel with.
Your beard groomer.
That's why you have an RV, because then you can bring your spray tanner with you.
Guys, thank you for doing this. Thank you for taking the time to visit. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Where's the book? Can we see the book? One of the books?
Yeah,
we got 2. Promotion on the way.
And hold up the glamping book. That's the Comfortably Wild book. And this one is the Nat Geo book, Ultimate Journeys for 2. And Comfortably Wild, both are up on Amazon. You can also go to IndieBound if you want to support your local bookseller. They'll show you which booksellers carry both books in your hometown if you want to spend local. But thanks to everybody for your support. Honey Trek, Trek, is a common misspelling there, but if you have questions that we didn't answer now, or you just want to shout out to us, Facebook's a great way to message us, and we're happy to help people with any questions they have about anything.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.